I know we've been getting a lot of undisputed fights coming through, but one of the biggest fights that is not an undisputed fight coming up this Tuesday. That's weird to say, but it's going to be over in Japan. Stephen Fulton versus Naoya Inoue for Fulton's WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight titles. But before we get into that, we are all takes no whiffs. I'm Christian. That's Alex, and top three fight for me this year, in my opinion, stylistically and where these guys are at, pound for pound wise. This is huge right here.
Oh yeah, this is huge right here, and we got actually two of the top three fights of the year coming up this weekend. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. Just want to plug that in real quick, but I'm honestly really looking forward to this fight. Both of these guys have never seen a fighter like each other before. Stephen Fulton's a very good technical boxer, but so is Naoya Inoue. But Naoya Inoue has some monster power. That's why he's called the monster. But that's why I'm excited because this is going to be just a kind of a big chess match, I feel like, but also there's going to be some power in this too because Fulton has some sneaky power too.
He does, and his power comes through with his counter punching. And what I really like about Fulton is, as I've said before, he makes a lot of adjustments. And honestly, he's Fulton's a dog. Like it's all credits of Stephen Fulton. He's a dog. He's been through a lot of adversity in the ring, facing some maybe not the deepest amount of like when you're talking about numbers, quality fighters, but he's faced a couple quality fighters already and proven himself, in my opinion. And if you guys want to check out that track record, we dropped a fighter profile on Stephen Fulton. Make sure to check out that video. And Stephen Fulton, up to this point, honestly, has been a real he's been a real great boxer in my opinion. But as you said about Inoue, great boxer as well. Generational power. That's the best way I could put it. And he's moving up in weight, so he just added weight. Dude looks shredded right now. Looks like the power is somehow going to be even crazier. So honestly, stylistically, I feel like there's so many ways to look at this fight, though.
Oh yeah, there's honestly many different ways that this fight can go stylistically. And one thing I saw in an interview with Naoya Inoue is that he said Stephen Fulton, he has some long legs, and when you got some long legs, it means you can throw some different punches, you can get some different angles, and he's also got some really good footwork too. So that was something interesting that I kind of got out of that interview because Inoue also said that he's gonna have the advantage in that for this fight. So I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, honestly, legs for sure. But as a whole, Stephen Fulton being the bigger guy, Inoue moving up to him, I think that's going to be an interesting dynamic too. Because honestly, Fulton has looked like the smaller guy in the past couple of his matchups. So I want to see if he utilizes that size advantage or if it's even enough of a difference to actually be an advantage. But that's definitely a good advantage for Fulton. But then at the same time, with Inoue, you got dynamite for hands, so that's an advantage for him too. But then at the same time, I think both of these guys are good technically. Fulton better on his feet for sure. So it's just yeah, there's so many different ways to look at it. It's just my main question is how is Fulton going to handle Inoue's power once he gets his hands on him? Because I don't think Fulton's going to be capable of avoiding every shot that Inoue is going to throw.
Oh no, and he's also such a good counter puncher too that he's gonna probably have to take a shot or two here and there to
Mm-hmm.
get off some of those powerful shots too. But do you think that this fight's gonna start off a little slow? Because I think Fulton might come out and kind of feel out a new way for a round or two.
To be honest, I think both of them are going to feel each other out. I think that Inoue is not going to. He's just not going to be on the gas early. Like he's going to definitely have to see how Fulton is moving because Fulton being light on his feet, Inoue is definitely going to have to time when Fulton gets in and out of the pocket, everything like that. And honestly, I would probably argue Inoue might need more time to feel Fulton out than vice versa.
Oh no, I definitely feel you on that, especially with how good Fulton is to adjusting to fights throughout the fight. It's a point you made earlier too, and also a point you made in Fulton's fighter profile too. So go check that out if you want. But I think it's time to get into our predictions. But before we get into our predictions, we want to hear what y'all think about this fight and how it's going to go. Do you think that Stephen Fulton's going to be pulling this out, or is Noe Nue going to be winning this fight?
Definitely let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, since we're talking about fighter profiles and you brought up Fulton's, also go watch Naoya Inoue's fighter profile. You know, definitely get into his background for sure. But as far as predictions, though,
This is a tough one.
it's tough. And honestly, I'm gonna kind of lead up to my prediction, like to the end. Like in the beginning, as we said, I think this fight is going to start off a little slow on both ends. Maybe Fulton being lighter on his feet, getting some lighter shots off, and then the middle rounds is going to be. I think that's where it's going to get really interesting for sure because, like I said, Fulton's got that dog in him, but the power from Inoue is going to be something different, and I think he's just gonna. Like eventually. I think Fulton's gonna get broken down because Inoue is one of, if not the best body puncher in boxing. That's definitely gonna take a toll. Even though credit to Fulton, he's taken a lot of damage in fights previously. So nah, Inoue is different. I am gonna have to go with a round 11 stoppage for Naoya Inoue because to give credit to Fulton, he's gonna push Inoue for past like anything Inoue's done. So there's that, and there's always the chance of Fulton holding on still, but it's just the power. Once he feels Inoue's power, I don't know. I think that's going to change everything in this fight. Yeah, I mean, in general though, it's tough to say because of how good both of these guys are. Though, what would you have to say though?
Before I get into my actual prediction, I will say I think that if Fulton's going to win this, it's going to be by decision. And if Inoue gets it, it's more likely than going to be a stoppage. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I feel like Inoue is just going to break him down throughout those middle rounds. And that power is just going to be something different. He's going to catch him with a body shot at some point that's really, really, really going to hurt him. I feel like that happens in a lot of his fights. So I think he's going to catch him with a body shot at one point, and then he's just going to end it after that. So I'm going to go with an Inoue 10th round stoppage.
10th round. 10th round is definitely respectable considering I just went one round further. It's gonna come down to the body shots. I could already picture it because Inoue is quick enough on his feet that he could get inside before Fulton gets out every time. Like Inoue is gonna have some success, and he's gonna go to the body first. That's just the strategic way to go about it. And behind all of the destruction and all the power from Inoue, there is a lot of technique. So I think he's gonna pull it off eventually later in the fight. But then at the same time, this is like up until that point, this is about to be potential fight of the year.
Oh, yeah, this has potential fight of the year written all over it. This is a fight Naoya Inoue has been looking for a long time now, and it's finally here. It's almost upon us. It's going to be, like we said at the beginning of this video, on a Tuesday morning over here in the USA at 6 a.m. Robesi Ramirez is fighting before this, so that's going to be a really good fight before Fulton and Inoue. So make sure you check that out if you're up early enough.
All I'm gonna say is it's gonna take some real dedication for those who are gonna watch that fight live, being up at that time.
I'm
But
going to try.
yeah, potential fight of the year. You got to make an effort for that. But really looking forward to this fight on Tuesday, and honestly, it's going to be the start of an insane week of boxing right there. Honestly, it's just an insane week of combat sports as a whole. UFC and on top of boxing. In my opinion, though, it's boxing reigns supreme this upcoming week because two, one historically important fight, maybe two. That's there's always potential for that, but combat sports, everybody's eating good this upcoming week. Cannot wait for that. And if you guys can't wait either, in the meantime, we're going to be dropping some more fighter profiles on Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. before their historic fight. Cannot wait for that fight. It's the Saturday after Inoue versus Fulton. And if you guys are looking forward to that, definitely stay tuned for those videos and subscribe because you're definitely going to want to know when those drop. But insane fight coming up on us, Inoue versus Fulton, Team Inoue. Looking forward to that, though. Until then, peace.
Peace.